Hey everyone. So today I've got some statistics for you. Hold on, let me get my serious glasses. The average person throughout their lifetime spends an estimated 6 years eating meals and snacks. The average person throughout their lifetime spends a total of over 13 months sitting on the toilet. The average person throughout their lifetime spends 5 years waiting in lines, about 6 months of which is spent waiting at stoplights. Wow. Now if you're a little freaked out by that, don't worry, so am I. We already spend a third of our lives sleeping, so are we just slowly wasting away with no real time to fulfill our dreams and mold ourselves into the people we've always wanted to be? No, because not only do we have all that time between sleeping and eating and sitting on the toilet, but I have some methods you can use so that you are never wasting your time. Alright, let's jump into it. Here are 5 ways to never waste your time. Refine your presentation skills.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the shoot. Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch. Hey, I got that one.
So back in the 10th grade when I had the best English teacher ever, we learned a lot of stuff about presenting. She taught us all these cool things like power posing to boost your confidence before giving a speech and ways to keep from stumbling through your words. Believe it or not, you can actually train yourself to not trip over certain words in your speeches by practicing tongue twisters. Usually when you're giving a presentation, there's a certain combination of consonants and vowels that'll mess you up. And then that uncomfortable thing happens where you kind of speak gibberish for a moment and then you laugh it off and say something self-demeaning, hoping that the class will laugh along, but instead they just stare back at you blankly. One day our teacher handed us a sheet of tongue twisters and we had to find the ones that we found the most difficult and repeat them until we could recite them with ease. And it worked! Once I could say all of them, the number of awkward moments in my speeches plummeted. So that's what you can do. I've linked a list of tongue twisters in the description of this video. Pick out the ones you can hardly say and write them down somewhere. On the notes of your phone, on a piece of paper, on your hand, or even on your forehead. Then when you find yourself wasting your time, just whip them out and shout them like there's no tomorrow. Unless like you're in public or something and you might want to tone it down. Improve your balance. As a ballet dancer, balance is something that is very important to me. In fact, I don't consider myself a very good dancer, but one thing I know for sure is that I can balance like crazy. Still, for the most part, it didn't come naturally. I understand that most of you out there are not ballet dancers, so you're probably thinking,
why would I want to have better balance?
Well, here's a quick list of awkward situations that better balance could save you from. Falling up the stairs at school and having people step on you. Falling onto a stranger while waiting in line. Falling into a pool while trying to push your friend in. Already you can see how better balance would be extremely useful. Here's what you can do. Whenever you find yourself wasting your time, just pick a pose on one leg and hold it. Use all the force within you to hold it until you either collapse in an epic explosion or maybe just put your leg down. Here are some examples of where I practice my balance. Brushing my teeth. Waiting in line at the store. Eating a snack. And basically every other time of day because I'm a dancer and I can't help it. If you keep it up, eventually you will find that you can hold poses for longer and have an overall improved sense of balance. Go you! Learn. But actually, I'm serious. Now, especially to those of you in school, learning is probably the exact opposite of what you want to do in your free time. You'd rather stand in line and stare at the ceiling for 15 minutes than try to boost your knowledge. But I don't necessarily mean the school kind of learning. Surely there is something in this universe that you are genuinely interested in. Maybe it's the Japanese language, or perhaps you really like dinosaurs. It could even be baking, or dancing, or the development of the modern cellular device, I don't know. Here's what you can do. Go to the store and buy some small flashcards and maybe even a ring to hold them together. Then hit up the books or the internet for some facts on your favorite topic. For example,
Dinosaur facts. The heaviest dinosaur was a Brachiosaurus at 80 tons. It was the equivalent of 17 African elephants.
Boom! First flashcard. Keep making them until you have a sufficient stack. Then put them all together and stick them in your purse, in your pocket, in your hair, wherever it fits. Whenever you find yourself wasting your time, just pull them out and memorize those facts until you become a total nerd. And I hate to say this, but this could be applied to actual school. Got a history test coming up? Make some flashcards and take them with you to the store, or to the bathroom, or to the fire pit in your backyard, wherever your heart desires. Write poetry. Now, there's a lot of prejudice surrounding poetry, that it's girly, or that it's for old people, or that you have to rhyme. Well, I'm here to tell you that none of that is true. Poetry is a way to express your feelings in a simple and easy manner. You don't need to rhyme, or have perfect syllable patterns, or even use the most elaborate words imaginable. And what better time to express your feelings than when you're internally screaming at the old lady in front of you to just bag her groceries a little bit faster? All you need is a little portable notebook and a writing utensil. Instead of putting your frustration into physical actions, you can gently funnel them into some words. For example, here's a poem that I wrote at the grocery store.
Cold food. Why can't I eat? Too many options.
Then who knows where it could go from there? You could launch a world-famous blog called Poems from a Bored Human. You could publish a book with all of your beautiful wordly creations. Or you could just keep them tucked safely inside your notebook. That's probably the best idea. Enhance your superpowers. Come on, you know it had to be in this list somewhere. With enough time, energy, and belief, you can learn to take over people's minds and tell them what to do. For example, say you spy a man in the cereal aisle looking all over the shelves. Stare at this man and think of what cereal he should get. Now keep repeating this to yourself, slowly and steadily, as you stare at this man. He'll look all over, high and low, searching for the perfect cereal. And if your powers are strong enough, he'll hear a little voice in his head squealing,
Lucky Charms! Get the Lucky Charms!
He won't be able to resist. And as he reaches for that sugary cereal, you will have the satisfaction of knowing that you have used your powers for good. Or for evil. I don't know. I guess it depends. This may not work the first time, or the second, or even the 23rd, but soon you will learn how to control this magical capability. Soon, you will be able to control everything. Well, that's that! I hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe even got something good out of it too. If you have a friend that you think wastes too much time, perhaps send them this video as a little subtle nudge into the world. If you want to subscribe, you can click on my face. If you want to see my last video, why don't you stroke this mystical box over here? And you can click this badge to go to space. Maybe. Probably not. See you next time. Is that a bro fist? Is this PewDiePie copyrighted, or can I do this? Whatever.
One day your teacher handed us a sheet of tongue twisters. One day your teacher handed us a sheet of tongue twisters, and we had to find the ones. One day your teacher handed us a sheet of tongue twisters, and we had to find the ones that One day your teacher handed us a sheet of tongue twisters, and we had to find the ones that were most difficult.